Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Last time we ended up taking care of all of the treasure key levels for Ms. Ruby's hideout, and now we're gonna go and take her on in probably what is the hardest boss in this game if you're playing the HD port. So, away! That did not look like it could launch me that high at all. So, a deadly dance. Oh boy.
I could feel that Cooper vibe a-coming. Most distastefully bad juju.
Yeah, well, you give me the creeps too, lady. Cooking up an army of ghosts isn't a very neighborly pastime.
Oh, Sly. I see your mouth a-moving, but all I hear is blah, blah, blah. Well, if jaws need to flap, then let them flap. See you in the next world, Sly Cooper.
Alright, so now we are technically on our way to the boss fight for Ms. Ruby. So why is it that this boss is so difficult? In this port, there is an audio glitch. Right now, it should be playing some music. Instead, it is playing the overworld theme. The music in this boss fight is supposed to go in tune with these teeth right here, and with what Ms. Ruby is going to be doing. However, in the HD port, because of the messed up music, it's all out of sync. If this is the first time you're ever playing a Sly Cooper game, this might not seem as weird to you. If you've played the PS2 version, and you were really good at it, I can guarantee you're probably going to die quite a few times on this boss. I know. See these 40 lives? By the end of this, I'm honestly expecting 10. It gets that terrible with how out of sync it is. It is about 1 to 2 seconds out of sync at times. It's terrible. Believe me. And it's quite sad because for a lot of people, this is their favorite boss in the game because of what it is. And for a reference on what you might be thinking of what it is, basically think of the Just Dance sections in The Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. Now imagine if they did an HD port of that, and all of the notes were out of order and out of tune and sync with the songs. Yeah, that's how this is. So, first one, hit her, and she goes away with bomb-toting roosters.
You can't run away forever.
Quite true. Quite true. Why don't I have my servant Chumley escort you over here?
All right. What's the catch?
Oh, not much. Just a little game I like to play with all my annoying guests. I want to see how well you pay attention.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll unleash my mighty mojo magic upon you. If you repeat what I do, you'll dodge it just fine. If not, you'll get zapped!
A little voodoo Simon Says, huh? Sounds easy enough.
Voodoo Simon Says, you say? What's this? The Simon Says is out of tune? Oh, joy! See, right there. It was already out of it. So as you can hear right now, if you're listening to it, this music is out of order. I'm gonna see how long it takes me to die. Right there. And so it begins, and with that, montage! Alright, screw the montage. I've died too many times. seriously, one of the worst aspects of this, because as you can see in my life counter, I had 40 when I started with this. I have 33. I know this might sound like, through this entire episode, this might sound like, oh, you're just complaining because, you know, you're not good at it. If you want, do a side-by-side comparison, ladies and gentlemen. There is a video out there that shows the PS2 version right next to the PS3 version. You will hear quite clearly that they are out of sync. Very clearly. It is not just me. It is a lot of people. I know that actually Hello Japan had a little bit of a problem with this boss battle as well. Because I remember I messaged him about that when I had found out that these were out of sync. I never noticed it the first time I played it, but ever since becoming more of an audiophile, I can notice it greatly. And it just, I don't know. The one thing is, when your boss battle is entirely based around a sort of like rhythm game timing that was originally in sync with music, aka like how most of the boss battles in Nightmare Before Christmas Oogie's Revenge were, then it'll go terribly if you end up, you know, not having them in sync, so you should probably test to see if they are. Now, here's where she slows down. Notice how basically they were so far away from me, and yet they still went through Sly's model. That's because some of the button inputs are still mapped to the actual tune of the music. I'm not joking. It's really like this. Oh, God, I lost my charm. And I'm going to the third phase. I'm going to the third phase without a charm. I am so dead. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is the fun part. Die! Thank God!
You certainly got some rhythm, Raccoon. But it won't help you none if you're fixing to go after the Panda King. He's tough, with a capital T. If you go poking around his stronghold in China, you're likely to get poked back.
Yeah, well, if he's anything like the rest of you, I think I'll manage.
Ms. Ruby's section of the Thievius Raccoonus held notes from my pioneering ancestor, Slyton Common. His invisibility technique allowed him to steal from corrupt pharaohs and greedy noblemen. Right on schedule, Inspector Fox's arrival cued my exit. The production of zombies, made illegal in the World Peace Accord of 71, earned Ms. Ruby a life sentence behind bars. While the gang and I enjoyed a few weeks in the tropical sunshine, working on our tans in preparation for our next caper.
Oh my God, that took way too goddamn long. I died 7 times, ladies and gentlemen, against that boss fight. That is just outrageous. I know it's really going to sound like I am just whining and complaining about it, but it is... When there's an audio glitch like that, it really makes that boss the hardest boss in the entire game. All of the bosses, besides Ms. Ruby in the HD port of Sly Cooper, are really easy. The only reason why I died against Mugshot is because I'm stupid. So, pretty much we are done with Hades, so where do we go next?
Plans to China have all been worked out.
Yes, we're going to China. And what is Bentley doing for the last area? Playing with his paddle ball. And that's an interesting looking area, but let's go to China now.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on the Panda King. Born penniless, he was fascinated by the fireworks rich noblemen set off every New Year's. He spent a decade learning the art. But when he tried to offer his fireworks to the noblemen, they couldn't see past his shabby clothes and chased him away. Humiliated, the Panda King took revenge on those who shunned him by using the very tools of his art for crime. The Fiendish Five recruited him as their demolitions expert, and from then on, his explosive touch became feared worldwide. He's rumored to be perfecting some new firework technique high in the unstable Kunlun Mountains of western China.
Sly Cooper in! Fire in the sky! And now, from my most hated level to my most favorite area in the game. Sweet! So, a perilous ascent. So, what do I think about the Panda King for his origins right now? Well, I actually have to say it's kind of sad. I know that might seem like in the cutscene he was being cheap on the gunpowder, but you have to remember he's also poor when he was growing up. So pretty much, he was turned to crime because, you know, people couldn't look past the fact that he was poor. That's really sad, and I think it's actually worse because that actually happens in real life. A lot, actually. Right, and there we go. So now we have a bunch of different enemies here. I suppose I could end up, you know, like doing bios on them, but I'll do them later. For right now, need to look around for bottles because, oh boy, this place has a lot of them. This place is honestly one of my favorite worlds in the game, and I think it's because it's a snowy area. I always love snowy areas. They're always a lot of fun.
Would
Except
you
for Cold
look
Hard
at that?
Crash.
A fireworks show! Oh my gosh, that's awful! That poor village just got buried in freezing snow!
The rocket came from that giant statue, and you can bet the Panda King lit the fuse. I've got to find my way up there and fast before that lunatic squashes another town.
That's not good. Well, there goes all my sympathy for the Panda King. Kind of just, you know, killed an innocent village. Kind of never a good thing to do. Right, so watch out for these things. And whenever you get close, they get scared and they will cower. So, keep hitting everything. Just got to get myself another charm. Got to build up my lives again, seeing as how I lost them all. I lost so many lives. Right, so going down over this way. And whoop. And right there, that's where the you'll get a checkpoint. I don't know why it always checkpoints you right before you actually get right next to it, but I'm not going to complain about it. In the meantime, I'm just going to go right over through this way. Almost fell off right there. Actually, that was kind of bad. So, what about our new power that we got from our lovely ancestor Slytoon Common? It's a broken power-up, to say the least. It is basically invisibility. We have invisibility, ladies and gentlemen. It is just great. So you might be wondering, oh, what about, you know, oh, what the heck? I did not think that he could actually turn around like that. Okay. My bad. Anyway, I might as well show it off right now. It is invisibility. If you hit the circle button, you will turn invisible. This will not work if the enemies know that you're there. So keep that in mind. It will not work if the enemies know you're there. However, if they don't know you're there, the enemies can literally run right into you, and they won't be any of the wiser. Not only that, there is a power-up in this game that from the Thievius Raccoonus that allows you to move while doing that power-up, because right now you can't. Nope, you did that to me last time, not again. So that was actually, now that I think about it, was that the first time I died in a regular stage that wasn't a boss? Huh. That's interesting. Might not be. And by die, I mean lose a life. I didn't lose a life when doing the race against Mugshot's crew. Right, so that opens up, and let's go inside over here. Smash the precious, probably Ming Dynasty vases, and go on up. To pretty much the main meat of this level. So pretty much these guys are the equivalent of the voodoo guys from the last stage, as well as the dogs with Tommy guns and the squid people. That almost got hit. It's a good thing that even when they see my tail, it doesn't matter. As long as they don't see me, that is fine. They can see my tail, they just ignore the rest. They just ignore the rest of me, even if the tail is right there. Like, watch, I'll try and put my tail out. Because I've done it before. Maybe not. I don't want to risk it, because I kind of don't have any charms. If I had charms, maybe I would. In the meantime, go up here and hit. And that's how you do it. So, here we have the ways to open up the rest of the level, because we're actually already at the end. I'm not joking, these levels are very short. So hit that one, it'll cause that to open. Hit this one, and it'll open up the way down there to where the safe is. And at least, you know, I have to give it up to the Panda King. He actually hit this safe pretty well, because you can't open that door at all. Unless you were to, you know, I don't know, blow it up. Bye. So now we need to get the rest of the bottles. Now, the rest of the bottles, the first time I ever played this game, I remember I always had a hard time in this level trying to get all the bottles because I could just not find them for some reason. Now, these guys work in a pack, so you gotta watch out. So, smash. Watch. You don't see me. And now you die. Oh. I'm not here. I'm not here. Okay, now that was actually weird. Notice how I'm completely invisible right now. When that whistle went off, you noticed how I was not really invisible. I just had sparklies all around me. That's what's supposed to happen. They should have actually killed me right there. But they didn't. So I'm going to chalk that one up to a glitch in my favor. A lovely glitch in my favor. Anyway, the key is actually right there. This is the only key that's actually not inside of a case. Believe it or not. So, yay, variety! Right, hit that one. So I have 2 bottles left, and they should actually be right next to the key. Oh, no, never mind. I have 1 bottle left. Might be 1 right next to the key. Hit you. There we go. That gets rid of everyone else. So where is that key? Let's grab it right now. Key! And the first one of China. And actually, this is going to be the last set of treasure keys, actually, we're going to be getting, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's been a while coming. We're actually almost at the end of this game. Yeah. This is a very short game, actually. I was rather surprised at how short this is in hindsight. And there's the last bottle, so before we end up the level, let's go and get that safe. To where we're going to get the very helpful power-up that makes this game broken.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. I got a real headache figuring this one out. Input 578.
5. Wrong way. 7. 8. Behold. The page of the broken power.
This just gets better and better. I'd always heard that one of your southern ancestors, Huckleberry Cooper, developed a technique to move while staying invisible. Hold down the circle button to turn invisible, then move around with the left analog stick.
And thus, this game is officially broken, ladies and gentlemen. Moving while invisible. Now, you don't run like you do right now. You'll tiptoe, but the fact that you can still move like this still proves my point that it's broken as all can be. And I love it for it. The invisibility power-up actually does not return in any of the other Sly Cooper games, so I guess Sly had amnesia in between this and Sly 2, but oh well. So, let's go inside the stronghold, to where we're actually going to hear the Panda King. In a bit. At some point. Kinda need him to do it. Gonna talk, Panda King? Gonna talk? No? Okay. Die. And now let's go up.
Nice job breaking into the Panda King's compound. I think I've figured out a way to get to the top of that giant statue. But unfortunately, it's obstructed by this reinforced ceiling hatch.
No problem. They seem to have plenty of firepower around here. I'll just have to find a few more treasure keys to get at it.
Sounds like a good plan. So,
Attention, valued employee. Sadly, our village elected not to pay for avalanche protection service, and so I am forced to bury alive under many tons of snow. Please be on guard for any surviving villager that come looking for revenge. Thank you. That is all.
oh, Panda King, you could have been a good guy. Oh well. Anyway, who is the Panda King voiced by? Remember earlier when I said that Kevin Blackton voiced another member of the Fiendish Five? That is actually the Panda King. The Panda King is voiced by, the Panda King is the Panda King is voiced by Kevin Blackton as well, and stays in the series. Because, I will say this now, Mugshot as well as the Panda King will show up in another Sly Cooper game. I won't say which one they will show up in, but I will say that they will. And one thing to actually reference that I saw that was interesting is General Tsao. Apius Sordium has hairy palms. That General Tsao, keep that name actually in mind through the Sly Cooper series. I actually never noticed this until just now. That is actually somebody who is later in the Sly Cooper series. I did not realize that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to be exploring around in the Panda King Stronghold. Finally away from Haiti, and in my favorite level. See you guys next time.